This is the 1937 painting The Supper at Emmaus by Han van Meegeren. Han van Meegeren was an artist that critics hated. They called his work unoriginal, uninspired, and derivative. But somehow he made millions, became a national hero, and pulled off one of the wildest stories in art history. This one's got a big twist, so watch until the end. If you want more videos about art in your algorithm, hit the follow button. Han van Meegeren was born October 10th, 1889 in the Netherlands, where he attended the Royal Academy of Art. After he graduated, he sold a couple of pieces, but his exhibits were always flops because critics said that he had skills but no originality. So he threw a tantrum, quit painting, and moved to the south of France in the late 1930s. This was a rough time in Europe. Nazis were on the rise and lots of museums were hiding their artwork. And that's when Han van Meegeren re-emerged into the art world as an art dealer. And unlike when he was an artist, he was celebrated right away because he brought to the world some lost Vermeers. Vermeer is one of the most famous artists ever, but he doesn't have a lot of work, so this was huge. And over the next few years, he sold them for today's equivalent of over $30 million. Problem is, one of the buyers was Hermann Goering, one of the highest ranking Nazis. After the war, van Meegeren was arrested for treason, accused of selling Dutch cultural heritage to the enemy, a crime punishable by death. But van Meegeren was like, me? A war criminal? No. You guys should treat me like a hero. Because those lost Vermeers that the Nazis bought were fakes. And they were like, well, if that is true, that's noble, but they didn't believe him. So they made him recreate one of his so-called Vermeers under court supervision. And not only did he do that, but he explained how deep his process went. He studied Vermeer's technique obsessively. He used 17th century materials, and he would bake the canvases in his oven to age the paint. But it worked. I mean, this forgery that I showed you at the start of the video, when people saw it, they said it was one of Vermeer's most finest religious paintings, and it sold for over $6 million. So people didn't know how to take this news because, like, yeah, he was a con man, but he was conning the evil, so he was kind of like a Robin Hood. So they dropped the treason charges, but then they found out that he sold a couple to some people that weren't Nazis, so they gave him a year in prison. But he died before serving a single day, once again, pulling a fast one.